Frank, you became involved in greyhound racing through one of the legends of his era, Sepp Gollan at Granville.
Yeah, that's right. Old Sepp had a boarding house there, and a lot of us young blokes from around Granville used to go down and walk dogs for him and muck around, and that's sort of how we became interested in it, you know.
And how old were you when you first took out your trainer's licence?
I'm not sure. About 19 maybe. Yeah, I think something like that.
And what was the first, how did you first get your first dog to train?
I bought a giveaway, a dog called him Parasun, and it won a few races, so, you know, probably a bit of luck, you know. They always say, oh, you know, you back your first winner, so you're hooked to the punt forever or whatever, or, you know, we bought an old dog and won a few races with him, and that sort of got us involved, you know.
And when did you move out here to Londonderry?
We've been out here about 25 years now.
Was you training full-time when you come out here?
No, we come out here because we had some young boys and we thought this would be a good area to bring them up in. And that, I was still working. I worked for another, I retired at 50, I've been retired about 15 years virtually. And that's, yep, we've been sort of full-time since then.
Okay, now Rush of Gold was your first feature race winner when she took out the 2004 Dapto Oaks. You must have fond memories of her.
Oh yeah, she was a good bitch, you know, nothing special, but, you know, special to us sort of thing, yeah.
And she was the dam of Good Odds Lucy, who was another nice dog you trained. She won the Lithgow Gold Muzzle and also made the finals of the Dapto Maiden Classic and the Ladies Bracelet. That's
right, yeah. We sold her to China for a six-figure sum.
Is that how the Good Odds came to be part of the name of a lot of your dogs?
Oh, we would just think, when you've got a few dogs, it's hard to think of names for them and that, and so we just thought, oh, good, you know, everyone said, oh, you know, you don't get good odds at Frank's Kennels, but you're good odds of winning a race. So, and sort of Good Odds just stuck, you know, and then so we can use that prefix. Haven't registered or nothing, just probably no one else wants it.
So your biggest success for you and Tracy came in 2009 with a dog called Dancing Surf, who won your first Group 1, the Vic Peters at Wentworth Park.
Yes, that's right. That dog was owned by Alan Modishead, who's out on doing his own thing at this point in time. Yeah, that was a big thrill. And
you got a very strong team at the moment, headed of course by national sprint place getter Zulu Zeus. Would you say he is the best dog you've trained?
At this point in time, you would. Yeah, at this stage of his life, yeah. But you know, we've got his brother here. If we can get him to the track, you know, he broke in a lot better than Zulu Zeus. You know, so we've got a really handy team at the moment. A few injuries and that, holding a couple of them back and that. But if we could sort of get them all racing at the one time, well, you know, we could just about retire in 12 months.
And that, of course, Zulu Zircon is the dog you mentioned, who also made the Gold Cup final along with Zulu Zeus.
Yeah, he did, and then he sort of broke down, you know, and he was back a couple of weeks ago when we were setting him for the black top, and then he had another little problem, but he trialled very good at John Coochie Straight this morning, so hopefully he's back.
Now, you've been training a lot of years, you've had a lot of success. Is there anything in the future you'd like to achieve, or are you happy how things are going?
The only thing I'd like in the future is good health and to keep training winners. You know, that's enough for me.
But this is far too good for them. Zulu Zeus, it romps in. Zulu Zeus, a big winner by 6 or 7 lengths.